So the first tag that we have used was HTML. Then we have used head section. In head section, we have put title for our web page. So I am giving title as second page, for example. Then title close. Then now we are closing head section. So this is total head section, and inside head section we are using title tag. So that will give title to our web page. Then comes body section. In this section, whatever we are typing, that will be part of content window. Content window is the main window in our web browser. For example, this is web browser. This whole window is content window. So whatever we write between body and slash body is visible in this part. Okay, and whatever we will write between title and slash title, that will become title of this web page. Now one thing that we should remember is what? Okay, in title we can not apply any formatting. So this title second page, we cannot apply any color or increase or decrease font size of this title. So it is default. Now we are starting with p tag. So in p tag gives a paragraph like effect to the content that comes after p and before slash p. So here I am going to type something from your textbook only, 2 or 3 lines. Problems in different fields. Computers have changed the way we live, work, and communicate. Okay, so this is, for example, one paragraph. So I am opening another paragraph so that you can differentiate between two paragraphs, how it is, this effect is working. So these are two paragraphs. This is first and this is second one. So now I am saving this file. File save on desktop. I am saving this file with some name, that is day2.html. That after giving file name, it is compulsory to give HTML or .htm as extension. Otherwise, it will be considered as text document. And text document we cannot open in web browser. This all text will not work if the file is of type text document. So we are providing this extension, that is HTML or HTM. Now save it. I am showing you output of that file. This is day 2. Double click on it. Now you can see this. Automatically the paragraph is changed after this text. Now if you want to see it is in single line, let's modify it further. So multi-line paragraph we are inserting. Now I have saved this with Control S, that is shortcut key, and this is our web browser. To refresh your web page, you have different options. This is refresh button. This right click, and then you can select reload or refresh. And there is one shortcut key, that is F5, function key number 5 on your keyboard. Now you can see that this two paragraph are, you can see both are different. This is first paragraph and this is second paragraph. So p tag gives paragraph effect. we are using HR. Save. Now refresh. Now I have differentiated it with a visible line break. So HR stands for horizontal ruler, and it gives a visible line break so that you can see a line between two consecutive lines. So this is visible line break. And invisible line break we can put by BR tag, BR. Okay. Now next tag. Now we can modify this, that we can make it with different color, different thickness, and different length. But we are going to see it afterwards when we are going to move ahead with attributes. Now comes next tag, that is PRE. PRE stand for pre-formatted. Pre-formatted. So now let's see what is pre-formatted. So before that I am explaining. Here we are using font Arial, and in browser both, even if I am changing this font to different font family, for example like this. Okay. File, save. Now you take a look at this one, the actual font. And now even if I have changed it in my coding and I am refreshing this page, nothing changed. Okay. So to change font family, we are supposed to use tag. Okay. So font tag we are going to discuss afterwards. But before that, there is one tag, that is PRE, pre-formatted, and this is /PRE. Now I am typing here something, Nelson's English School. I am leaving one space here. I am giving one tab, Uttam Nagar, Nagar. Okay. Now you can see that font here. We have used this font. Okay. And here it is different, means whatever settings are there in web browser, font size, font family, that will be applied here by default. Now refresh, file, save, and here refresh. Now I can see this in pre-formatted text, whatever font family I have selected, you are getting that font only. Now this is different from the earlier one, you can see. And whatever other things, like I have applied one tab here in this space, that is also applied here without BR. It comes in next line after Nelson's English School. Okay. So pre-formatted means what, in whatever manner you can see it here, the same effect you will get in web browser here. Okay, that is PRE, pre-tag. Now one more formatting tag, that is TT, typewriter. This is TT tag. So I have written knowledge is power. And sorry, TT. I'm closing this tab, saving this file, refreshing this here. Okay, I can see this. This is typewriter font. Okay, so It is different from normal font, the first one and this one. Now TT, after TT, we are going to use small font, small text. Now you can see this. Small fonts are smaller than default font. These are default, and this is small. Okay. Same way, for after every text, we are going to leave one break so that the output will be more clear. Okay. Now there is a big tag, BIG. So when you want to show something bigger than the normal font, before that, let's put BR here and use BIG. Okay. Same content I have pasted here. Now see this, from here it is changing. It is big one, big tag. Close BIG, that is big. Now this is small tag effect and this is big tag effect. So this one is smaller than the normal text, and this is bigger than this normal text. Okay. So these are other formatting text. We have two more tags, that is acronym and Q, that is code. So let's make it Q, knowledge is power. Okay, instead of TT I have made it Q. Now you can see that it is that quote effect is given to this text. Same way, when you want to show something like acronym tag is there. Save and refresh. So this looks like acronym. Now these were basic text. To have a handful idea of what HTML is. Now we are moving further with anchor tag. So when you go to some site, for example, you can see here NASA. Okay. Now you can see this. There are some information wherein when you click, it leads to you to here. It is like an arrow. Okay, you can see this. It is an arrow. When you go to some place, it is converted into hand-like symbol. That means when your default cursor is changing, that means there is one link. And when you click on this type of links, it leads you to some other places. Okay. So basically on website, it is not possible to put everything on the first page. So there are links. By clicking on different links, user can find his information what he is searching for easily. Okay, so we can get an idea. If I am searching for earth, I have to click here. If I have to search for images, I have to click here, like that. So we are going to create that type of link here. So let's see. So to create a link, the tag is anchor. that is a tag. Okay, as I said earlier, small a or capital A, whatever tag name you use, it will give same effect because this HTML is not case sensitive language. So A, then comes href. Now till now we have used only one single word in each tag. Okay, like HR, body, head, title, P, BR, like that. But here now we have used one letter or word, that is tag name or element name. Tags are also called elements. So this becomes tag name or element name. And after leaving one space, this is one space between after that tag name. So whatever comes afterwards, that is attribute. So attribute changes behavior of a tag, means modify that tag effect. Okay. So this is href is attribute of anchor tag. href stands for hypertext reference. H hyper, H for hypertext, and ref for reference. So here these are two double quotes. Okay, two double quotes. I am leaving one space so that it will be more clear. So this is anchor tag and href is attribute of anchor tag, and this is attribute href, and after href there is equal to sign, and after equal to sign whatever we write becomes value of that attribute. So href attribute value we are going to write here. So here for example we are linking one file with some text. So click here to see and enter close. So this is hypertext. Hypertext, whatever you want to write so that user can understand, that you can put here. So I am writing here, click here to see more. And which file you want to show to user when user clicks on this text, that you have to specify here. So for example, there is one PDF that I'm going to show to students. So for example, this file I'm linking. So right click on that file, go to properties. And now first of all, select the location. Copy it. See this properly. Select the location. After selecting file, right click on it. Then go to properties. In properties, you get this location. Right click, copy. And then paste it here. Now you can see this. This is location that we have pasted. You can see this backward slashes. So this is drive later C in C drive. Now this is one folder users. Inside users folder there is DR folder. Inside that folder there is desktop folder. So separator here between different folders and drive is this backslash. So after location put one more backslash. Okay, backslash only. Then again go to properties of that file that we want to include here. And now copy its name. this is copy and paste it after that backward slash. Okay. Now why we are going to copy paste the name of that file? Because you can see that from desktop I have taken this file. From desktop I have taken this file and there are various files on desktop. So after desktop, going into desktop folder, which file we are going to open, that we have to specify. So we are giving name of that file that we want user to see. Now after pasting this file name, give extension of that file, that is PDF. This is PDF file. So I'm writing .pdf by myself. Okay. So this is name of that file, dot extension of that file. Now how to see extension of the file? You can see this by symbols of files. You can find out that this is PDF, this is PowerPoint, this is MP for video, like that. Or you can go to properties and this is type of file. Okay. So here extension is given to you, .pdf. So you have to type that .pdf there. Okay. Now let's save this page and see, let's see what happens. Before that, we are going to put one more BR here and save. And let's see the output. Refresh. You can see this. Click here to see more. This text is different from other text, so that user can come to know. See this. This is my basic cursor. Now when I move it to here, it is changed, so that user will come to know that this is a link. When I click here, this file is open. Okay. So this is link. Now this is an address. Now I am going to change something here. Let's see. Now I am going to remove this location. I am keeping here only name of file and extension of that file. Let's see what happens. File and save. And here I am going to refresh it. Okay. Now I am going to click here. Again, it is working. So why it is necessary to give that location? That there is one concept of relative and absolute address. So when the file in which you are linking another file, so this is one file, this is the file where we are linking here, linking this file to. Okay. So when both are on same folder, at that time it is not necessary to give location, that is C drive, then DR, then desktop, like that. But if this file is somewhere else, for example, I am copying, I am removing it from here, I am going to save it to some other folder, for example, downloads, here, paste. So now this file is no longer here, that we have included here. Save it here and refresh, or open that file again. I have closed that file, open that file again. When I click here, your file couldn't be accessed. Okay. So this will happen when both files are not in same folder. So when the file is in another folder, we are supposed to give the whole location of that file, that is in which drive, which folder, and which file name, which we have done earlier for the same file here. Okay. So when both this file, this HTML file and this PDF file, both are in same folder, this address is called relative address. And when both this file in different folder, and when we are using the whole location also, at that time it becomes absolute address. Okay,